Right. So now the recording has started for all of us, right? The recording is in progress. Now let me go for the task today. So last session, which we were studying about the different types of approaches to create the connections from different data sources, which we have done. And also we saw one sample dashboard in the beginning. So now from today onwards, whatever we are working, this is to organize our files for the preparation of the dashboard. Okay. So these are mandatory for everyone to know how to prepare our data to make the dashboard. Okay. So without these steps, we can't do the dashboard. So we will proceed now. So let's do one thing. So you all have to do here, click on open. Okay. So click on open, not the blank report. If you went to blank report, also not a issue. Click on file again. You can go for the open back again and then browse this device. So yesterday we have some files on our screens, right? So you can select any one of the file from here. Either this is one or two, that's not a matter. So I can select the 6.1, example one, and opening it. Right. So whenever we open any source file from any location, so generally that will ask us to enter into either transformation mode or either into the model mode, like a load or transform data, right? Load or transform. Now I'm not getting because I have opened the already existing Power BI file. Okay, remember. And remember, every file will have some extension. Every file has some extension. Like if I go to Excel, we have the extension like what? Excel SX. Same way, if I take a Power BI file, we have the extension log like P by PBIX, okay? Power BI extension. So these are the extension files. So I have opened that file. That's the reason I didn't receive that navigator window where it will ask like a load or transform, okay? So as soon as the data is loaded, means as soon as the file is opened, it will directly enter into our model view. This is called model view, okay? You can see this is a model view. Now from here, let's consider I have this all data. I already shown in the last session that source file always available for us to work on the data. Okay. And when you're moving to transform, that connection should be valid. Correct. Now, what is the main purpose of the transform mode or transform window? So from the transform window, we have a ability to modify the data types, to modify the or to arrange the names, to create the duplicates, to create the data into multiple columns. We can delete the rows, we can delete the records, like columns, right? The rows are the records and columns we can delete. We can organize the sheets according to our requirement. Okay. So now, first of all, I have loaded the data. So you saw that one. We have selected chapter 6, example 1, CHO6, example 1. Okay. Now I will be clicking on transform data. So currently this is a transform data window. So once it will open here, this will prepare our application with the requirement. If there is the file change, the location of the file change, or there is a problem in the file, then it will ask us like the file has the issue. You have to modify the location. That time you will see the error here. Then you will go to error, and then you will change in edit settings and you will modify it. Okay. So generally now if I go to this data source settings, okay, now I don't have any problem, right? This is a file showing me. If I feel like this is not my original file, but to be frankly speaking, this is not my original file because I kept this CH06 in lab, not in the Power BI desktop samples. If you understand the path, what it is showing, that in that scenario, if you want to change, you can change from change source. Again, I'm showing you change source. So how I opened this window, let me show you that. I went to transform tab. Now I'm not getting error because the location or the path which this data source settings is showing is valid. This is saying that in C drive, there is a Power BI desktop samples in which there is CH06. Under that, there is car sales. So let me go to that location, C drive. You can see Power BI desktop samples, CH06, then car sales. So it is going here. So this is a valid path. So that's the reason I'm not getting error. So I have another path where it is on the desktop. This is on desktop labs folder. CH06. I have a car sales here also. Okay. I will do one thing. I'll rename this. You can even rename or not rename. That's not an issue. Okay. Fine. So I want to change this path. C users administrator desktop lab CH06. So this scenario may sometimes affect based on your list from the SharePoint or list from the your share drive, OneDrive, any drive, okay, wherever you are choosing. So I'm changing the path now. You can see again I'm showing you I'm in a transform window, home tab. Now click on data source settings. I will go here to change the source. Then I will select the source that is on my desktop. So it is showing this. This is a path which is the file available. I'll click on browse. Then I will go to desktop. Now you see desktop labs CH06. I'll select this, then open. Now the file is valid. Now it is going to see users administrator desktop. Okay. As soon as I click OK, now this path has changed. And when I click on close, I didn't receive any error because my file is perfectly matches with what actually the source is looking, right? Done. Now this is the transform window where we have loaded our data. Whenever we change the connection, remember here there are three options: close and apply, apply and close. When you click on close, it means you are not applying the changes. But what will happen when it go back to the model view or model window, there you will get the pop-up to apply the changes. Okay. But it will close from here. Second option is what? Apply. Means it will not exit from this transform window, but it will apply the settings. The first one, close and apply, which is preferable or recommended every time. Okay. Through close and apply, what will happen is through close and apply, we can close this window as well as we will apply the settings. So let me close it. I have changed the path. So you all have remembered that I have changed the path. I'll close this. Let's close it. Now you will get a pop-up window on the top. You see, there are some pending changes in your queries that haven't been applied. I can click on apply changes. When I apply changes, what will happen? Okay, when I apply changes, what will happen is these changes that will apply to my PBIX file. Apply changes. Finish. Now it is applying the change. Okay, so this is the first change which I applied. Now let's go for the transform again because I wanted to rename the columns and we will do some other changes on my data. So on that we will work now. Let's suppose, let's see, I have here, there is a cost price. Okay, there is a cost price. You can see here cost price, right? So what is actually the cost price we have yesterday? We discussed this. This column name is cost price, but I don't want the cost price name here. I want to rename it. So I told in the last class, there are multiple menu items. So you should not confuse. Wherever it is easy for you to apply, you can apply. See, for example, if you right click and do rename, also fine. If you know much more about this Power BI, when you are going to any of the tab, any one of the tab, you can see the different types of approaches. I have rename here also. I can click on rename again and I can rename the column name. Please do this one, all of you, if you not yet done. So vehicle cost I have applied and just press enter. And whenever we do any changes in our file, so we are going to get this renamed columns. Okay, these steps will be applied here. And if anyone is still starting now only, please remember we have open CH06 example 1. CH06 example 1. Open it, go to the transform. The first step what we did is we have changed we renamed the column name cast price to vehicle cost. This is our first job which we have done. Okay. So the next one, like sometimes what will happen, we have to reorder it. Why the reason of reordering? Sometimes like we have the issue like I want to see this column after this, or is dealer or not. I want to see after the sale price. Anyone, it may be the any scenario, it can be the any case. So what I can do, I can right click here and I can move left or right. This one already we did in the last session. Okay, so to the beginning to end also will work. So I said to beginning, it will go here. Okay, if I don't want to, if I'm not happy with this reorder, if suppose I can again do one thing, I can go to the end also, I can move it to end. But whatever the action I'm doing, please remember this. This action is called reordering only. So that action is saving in this applied step. If we are not happy with this change, you no need to worry. You can just click on this action. So automatically now it will return back to the place where it was before. Okay. So this is the default place where it was available. Okay. So we did what? We did a renaming. Now we have did the reordering. Okay. So reordering again, I'm showing you. You can do this one also, right? I can do just right. Okay. So reordering. So these two steps we have done. So we have done the renaming and reordering. Now I want to duplicate the data.
Sorry,
The
Mr.
reason
Mahmood.
behind this, like, yeah, please go ahead.
Sorry, Mr. Mahmood. Just a small question. Now, let's take an example. You have done a number of activities
Um,
in this case. Hello, am I
Actually, the
audible?
problem is I'm unable to hear your mic sounds. Maybe it has the huge disturbance. Can you please type in the chat room so that I can understand if you have issue?
Okay, no problem.
Okay, so if anything, I'm not sure what is happening with this mic, or it's from my side or from from your side. I'm not sure. If not, I have to restart this computer and check again. But let's continue when we get with the first break. That time I will do this. Okay. All right. So now I want to apply how to delete the columns. It means like we are reshaping the whole data, right? So, okay, any message, right? So we are reshaping the whole data. So what is the problem here is when you are reshaping it, make sure that you will take a copy of your original data and apply on that. Okay. So I'll do what? Right click on your query. So here, remember, in Power BI, whatever the data sources we add, again, I'm coming up, whatever the data source, it is CSV, JSON, from SharePoint, from Oracle, from any data source. When we add it, it will create a separate query for each item, each data source, data item. Okay, so you don't be confused here. Queries doesn't mean any different thing. It is a part of our data source only. Whenever we adding the items, we are adding the files. This will automatically create a query. So let's do one thing. I'm creating now a duplication of this and I'm renaming it. Okay, so here I'm just I have right clicked and clicking on rename. You know already. So you can rename from transform data, rename also there. You can do any one of the tasks, that's fine for us. So I'm just renaming it and I can type here. So you all can do the same thing, base data underscore uh, duplicate. So I can use this term here to understand that this is a duplicate of the original record or original data. Okay. Now I have did the renaming and reordering on this data and I copied. Now what is my task is I want to remove some of the columns from here. Okay. Suppose if I select this, I can select the column. I can directly right click on this. Okay. And I can say remove. Means this column will be removed. There is one more option, remove other columns. What it will do? it will hold this column and it will remove all the other columns. Okay, please remember, remove will remove the selected column. Remove other columns means this column will be in a screen. Let's do that. Remove other columns. I have only this column now. All the columns are removed. I can take the step back. You all know this one. From applied steps, you have to just close it. You will be back again to your default setup. Done. Now we are back. Now, let's suppose I want to delete only few of them. Like I don't want ease dealer. I don't want invoice date. Okay. Let's suppose I don't want these two. So for that reason, generally like how you will do in multiple applications or multiple windows in MS Word, Excel, or in our desktop also. While selecting, we use holding the control key, select it, and again select it. Means like this, by holding this control key, you can select any number of columns. Okay. Suppose I can say you can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Delivery and spare parts. Now from here, I can again right clicking on this selection and I can what I can do, I can do remove columns, Before it was what? Remove. If you remember, it was remove. Now it is saying remove columns. It become what? It become a plural now. If I go to home tab, okay, if I don't want to do from right click, okay, if you don't want to do from right click, then home tab, there is an option remove columns. From here also you can do. Remove columns, what will happen? It will remove these four columns from the data set. I will remove this four columns. Let's do that. Okay, so if you see now that two columns from here, that spare parts and other thing has removed, and from the beginning that invoice date as well as there was another one. I'm not sure what was that. So those two columns also have been removed, right? I want to go back again. Let's do that. I'll go back again. So I'm back again. I can see that the two columns are back again here. So this is invoice date and I think this was ease dealer, these two columns. Along with this one, I think I have selected, yeah, spare parts and labor cost. Okay. So now what I want is, I want only these four columns, but remaining columns I don't want. Okay. I want only these four columns, but remaining columns I don't want. Okay. That time you have remove columns, remove other columns. So now keeping these four columns, it will remove all the other columns that we haven't selected, correct? So these are the things that we have to understand how this remove columns will work. Okay. So this is a feature which is not available in Excel, and this is only it's a specific like a come up in Power BI only. Okay. The next one, I want to go for the choose columns. So what is choose column? Remember, we are covering one by one each and every topic here. So make sure you are clear with the things also. And the document which I am going to give you is also in progress. Hopefully, I will give you by today, end of the day. I will send to that email addresses. And also, I will send whatever the possibilities of information I can share with you. I will send everything to those emails which I have already. Okay. Thank you. Now, let's go to choose columns. So remove columns, you understood.
Sorry,
Remove
Mr.
columns is
Mahmood.
something like,
Sorry,
yeah,
Mr.
please.
Mahmood. I've just dropped a message with a question, and I'm not sure if you're looking at the chat now or
Um,
later.
Actually, I'm not sure if we like to delete in this case promoted headers, what will happen to this file? Okay, sorry. There was one message in the chat that they said that promoted headers, if I delete, what will happen? See, promoted headers is something like this headers. You see now, what is promotion? From demotion to promotion. Demotion is like this column, the top column was in one. Okay. And these two columns are the successors of the promoted. So the question is, if I delete promoted column from here, what will happen, right? So the problem is it will give you first one error. Let's do one thing. You see now, are you sure you want to delete this step? Deleting this step may affect subsequent steps which could cause your query to break. Okay, because after promoting to header only, we have applied these steps. So these are having the dependency on this step. Let's do it. No problem. I'm deleting it. Delete. Okay. So now see what happened. So that promotion, what I have promoted, now you see the column cost price of the table wasn't found because when you have removed that promoted headers, that column will be no more the top header column. That column will be the first column. So what will be the header column? Column 1. Okay, let's do one thing. See on my screen. I'm deleting these two columns here. Delete, I mean these two steps. Now the data will come back. You see on the top what I have? Column 1, column 2, column 3. There is no column called as make column or cost price column because cost price column I have renamed. This was not the column name now because this is not the promoted header. You got my point, right? So whenever you are going to the steps, you have to be sure that those steps have subsequent steps dependency. Okay. So let's do one thing. Now this is my first row. This is my first row, right? Country name and all. You can see here use first row as headers. When I do this, first row as headers. Okay. Let's do this. Okay. Now what happened? Now this is called your promoted headers, right? This is called your promoted headers. Now the headers have been promoted to top. Now that applied step will work. That applied step will work. So those things we have to be sure. Like let's do one thing again. Okay, I will do one renamed columns. Let me do the rename again. What you have to do? Transform. You can do rename. And again, I will give here vehicle cost. Okay, vehicle cost. Done. Now, after doing this, again, I'm showing the same thing here. I renamed it. This is promoted headers. I delete this again. Okay, delete. Now what happened? That cost price column already removed. Okay. Now I'm going to the navigation. I'm not going here. If I go here, you will get anyhow error because it didn't find the cost price. So I'm going to navigation. There is a source also. You can even go to the source. From the source, again, I can bring the table by clicking on table. Remember this. If I click table, table will be generated. I'm going to navigation because already I clicked on that and the data came outside. Okay. Now, see, this is still error, right? I'll go here and go to home tab, use first row as header. Okay, done. Insert. So now that step has inserted. Also, it has recovered this issue. Clear? So please make sure that whenever you're deleting the steps, so you have to be very sure that that step is not dependable on any other steps. If there is a dependency, then you will be breaking your query. That's the reason it says you are breaking the query. So these are the queries, okay? These are the queries. So you can see where is the query written here, table dot rename, and this is my whole table where it has applied. Okay, this is my source. If I go to the source, you can see this is a source. It is loading this. This is called DAX command prompt. So DAX is something like our, as I told in the last session, these are the data analysis expressions which are used to apply on the data sets. If I want to change the data set, you can do from here also. If you are okay to type the programming, do the programming, you can do it. Okay, but I don't prefer it because you are just using it as a interface to design the per dashboard. So please go with the required controls and apply those things. Okay, fine. So I hope I have cleared your query. Okay, so this is done, right? If you delete in this case, promoter as a voter. Okay, fine. I hope this is done. If you have any queries, so currently the problem is I'm unable to hear you. So when we go for the break, I will restart the computer. Hopefully that would be resolved. Okay. I don't want to stop now. Let's continue and we will see the remaining things. So now we have here, if you consider there are around 21 columns, right? How we know in the base? Yeah, we have here 21 columns and 457 rows, right? Let's suppose I have one column here like vehicle type. Vehicle type, I have a column. Now, what I want to do, whenever I'm going to the column, I have to, suppose someone told me, can you show me the vehicle type? So you have to choose this like this, right? You have to move this one and you have to search where is vehicle type. Okay. So this is like the option which will support us to do this one easily. So in the home tab, we have an option called choose columns. So go to choose columns, click here, and you can see choose columns is the one option. Go to column. So now I want to go to that column. So click on go to column. It will pop up a window. So I want to go to vehicle type. Okay, you can see this is the column. I can select it. If you have more than hundreds of columns, no need to worry. We can just type here. Again, I will type here vehicle type. You can see now with the same letter, whatever matching it is promoting here. Okay. So I selected vehicle type. I click on OK. Now it will highlight that column directly. So I no need to search it. This is your first option, go to column. So there is a go to option in our Excel also. If you go to in a home tab, also there same replace as well as go to. We have an option in Excel also, but that has a different approach. This has a different approach. Okay. So there we have a go to, some bookmark and all those things are there. Okay. So fine. Next option is choose columns. What is the choose columns is, see, this is very important. Generally, we are going to see this option again in coming sessions. Choose columns is something like I don't want to show all those columns on my screen. Okay. I can remove them all and I can select it. Remember, I'm not deleting. I'm choosing. Okay. Click OK. Now I have only these columns on my screen. Correct. So if I change my mind and I want all the columns, again I can select all and I can do this. Okay, then I will get all the columns. Okay. Deleting is different. Deleting, the columns will be deleted completely. If you want to go back, you have to close the step. You got to remove the step and you have to go back. Okay. But the best approach is what? Better you do what? Choose columns and select those columns what you want here on the screen. So you can select here something like vehicle cost and this for 5 enough for me. You can see now. Okay. So like this. Do this one, try this one, choose columns and go to column. Choose columns is something like filtering only those columns which we want on our screen. Go to column is something which is like you can navigate to the required column on our screen. Okay. Please do that one. Okay. I hope it is clear. So please do choose columns and go to column, try again, and you can check it, how it is working with you. If it is fine, then I can move to the next topic here. So we have one option like means one requirement. See, I'm removing this option, okay, because I want all the columns here. So all 21 columns are here on my screen. Okay. Now what I need is, let's consider I have a make column. So this is a make column. And I have one more column here that is something like you can go to the model column. Okay. What is the make means who make it and what is the model they have made it. Okay. So make and model. There are two columns. Where is this? Yeah, model. Now what I want to merge these two columns. This column and this column I want to merge. Make and model. Okay. So remember, merge is something which will replace those two columns, which means when we merge these two columns, it will become one column and these two columns will also be deleted. There will be no more separate column like make and model. There will be now only one column with a combination of make and model. Okay. So we will be working on those two. Now we will see that how we are going to do that merge columns. Okay. So let's do one thing. First, what you have to do, see, I'm showing you the steps now. Select the make a column, hold the control key select the make column, hold the control key and go to the another column, which is your model column. Select the model column. So I have selected here two columns. Okay, I have selected two columns, make and model. After selecting these two columns, now what I have to do? That is the thing requirement. Now let's go to the transform tab on the top, transform tab. When you go to transform tab, you will see here, this is my first group, second group, and this is third group, text column group. You see on the top, merge columns, merge columns. Please do again. If you are not at my page, you have to select make column and model column. Come to the transform tab on the top. Okay. Click on merge columns. When I click on merge columns, you will see a window will open, right? Now it is asking, you are going to merge these two columns. It can be two or it can be three, right? I'm merging multiple columns into one column. So make sure that it's not like I'm merging only two columns. You can take three, four, five, whatever the columns you require. So generally, this is much useful when we are working with the requirements. Okay. So let's do. Now what I will be doing here, I'll put here column. Okay. And new column name, I can give here make and model. I can give some name like this. And I prefer not to give a space, so you can remove the space also. Please do this. You have to go to select the make and model, go to transform tab. So here there is a merge columns, merge columns. In the text column group, merge columns, you will get this window. Give a column here, make and model. Okay. So let's do one thing. Now what I can do here is then click on OK. So I'm clicking on OK. I got some messages. Okay, do we have any control F option on the Power BI? Uh, we click on apply changes. I should be to identify what are the changes applied on what are the changes highlighted in the on the model. Yes, yeah, those are highlighted. Yes, see, whenever you do some changes here, like let's consider the query come up here is like how the first query is do we have this control F option, which is a find option, which is available in your Excel. So we will come to that. Okay. PBI workspace. This is not there. Okay. In workspace, this will not work. Okay. And other thing is apply changes. We have this option. I'll show you that. So let me do one thing. I'll show you the two changes now. Let's apply this. Click OK. Now I don't have here make and model. This has been moved it to the last, okay, or certainly some location. So let me go to the location. Yeah, here. Yeah. So make and model. You can see now this make and model has make Rolls-Royce colon Kamak. So this is a model by them. Rolls-Royce Silver Ghost. Rolls-Royce is a make and this is a model they have make it. Okay. Now the query comes here, like do we can do that or not? So let me do one thing. First of all, go to the close and apply, close and apply. So click here. So that has closed and apply, applying the changes also. I no need to click here. Okay, apply because I did there close and apply. Now let's see the changes. I'll click on table view. Okay, table view, and I will try to check the columns here. Okay, so here if you see base data, right? Because this is my base data, right? You can see here there is a make and model which has been changed. This is first one. And if I go to the cast price. I given as a vehicle cast. You can see now. So by this, we understood that changes will be applied. Changes will be applied. Okay. So changes whenever you do in the transform window, those changes will come up here also. Okay. And as I told you, Control F doesn't have any provision here. So if you want to work on these things, then you have to go through the search options only. Okay. So those things we have. And also we have one more option like filters, which is similar to your Excel files. So that we will come up in the coming sessions. We will discuss on that. So if you want, you can do the sorting. Like last session, someone asked me like how we can do the sorting, right? So we can do the sorting also based on our requirements, right? So if you want to do the sorting also, you can do. Okay, let me go to the row. So you can do here. You can see here there is an option here to sort it. So right, sort ascending, sort descending we can do, right? You can see that whole data has been applied and you can clear the sort. So this is also available. And I think last session there was two queries, sorting and reordering. I have shown you that how you can sort it out and how you can reorder them. Okay. So those two things we can do it. And if you want to remove the records, if I want to delete any records, so I shown you in the last session also, again, I'm showing you back again. So I will do what now? Again, click on transform data. Okay. So I selected this and I will go to home tab and I will click on transform data. All right. So now I'm into transform data. Now again, I selected the same option. So now this time I'm going to delete some records. So while deleting, there are multiple options. Like for example, there are keep rows in the sense, now keep top rows or keep bottom rows or keep range of rows. Okay. Means I want some rows only. Remaining rows I don't want. There is one more option, keep duplicates. Okay. So what it happens, these rows, wherever you have duplicates, they will be selected and they will be saved. They will be available in that column. Okay, let me do one thing. I'll go here. First of all, what I will do, I will say keep duplicates. Okay, so there will be no change. So all the duplicates are kept as it is, right? No problem. Next option, again, I'll go to the keep rows, sorry, remove rows. Remove duplicates. What will happen? Wherever the duplicate columns are, I mean, duplicate data is repeated, it will try to remove that. Okay. But this is not the good provision of removing the record because generally, whenever we are going to delete the records based on the column, you have to go to the column where you have a unique number. Means we know that there will be a unique record always, right? Unique record always. If there is any duplication happened, so on that you can apply. Suppose I go to remove rows, remove duplicates, click on this. Now it was 457 before, if you understand, there were 457 rows. Now it has removed those two rows. Okay. So those two rows have been cleared from the application. Means that invoice number was same. Okay. So again, I removed it. Now I'll show you one more thing. Okay, now you say you came to the answer like, okay, keep the duplicates, right? No, these are the duplicates, means which we said before. This is the one duplicate file, this is one duplicate file, which we have deleted. I hope you understood now. What is the reason of doing this? Suppose you have removed the duplicates. Now someone asks you, can I see what are those duplicates? But the problem is what? We have around 457 rows. Now, this is not possible to do through the search because we don't have control F and also we don't know which was that duplicate value. So this is the best option. We can go through this and we can just see keep duplicates. Only the duplicate records will be there and remaining will be removed. So this is a very good option, right? Next option, we have saw these two things now. Keep duplicates, remove duplicates, right? Now let's go to the option called keep range of rows. So So the word itself says like you want to show some range of rows. Let's do one thing. I will put here this range of rows. You can see if you see this. Let me just move it. Right. So here I want to put it the range of rows based on some number index, right? Some index. Okay. So what I can do is now I'll go to keep range of rows. I will put it here like from 2 until 10. I want this 2 until 10 or 8 enough. So 2 to 8, which is 8th September, 8th September, okay, sorry, which is 9th May to 8th May. Okay, just click on OK. Now, so you see 9th May to okay 8th September because these are 8 records, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So these are the 8 records which I told it to keep. So it is keeping those records, right? So this option is good. And there is one more option like keep bottom rows. Okay. So now specify how many rows you want to keep. These are the bottom rows. How it will identify which are bottom rows? Question will come to you, right? Now, first of all, to identify which are bottom rows, what I can do is first you do one thing, make it ascending. Okay, so this is ascending data. By this also we can understand. So what are the bottom rows for me, right? I can go down. I can check here now like this is 5th April 10. Okay, 5th April 10. Sorry. So here I will see this is 450 to 457. 450. Yeah, 450 is what May. Okay, let's take 452 is April to 457. So this is like example 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 records. Okay. So let's do one thing. Keep bottom rows. Let's take 6 records. Click OK. Now you can see that the last 6 records are on my screen, right? The last 6 records. So based on that date, means these are the last records in the sort ascending. So they are on my screen, right? So let me close it again. So to make it very clear, what I can do one more thing. See, you have one more option here. Keep bottom rows I saw. Now keep top rows. Let's go to the top rows. Let's take here 10. Okay. So this is 1 to 10 September, 20th September. So click OK. Now you can see now 20th September 74, which is my top rows in this data set. Okay. So table first rows sorted, which are in 10. Okay. So this is sorting the data and it is showing me the information. Let me close again. Okay, so fine, this is done, right? So you can try this one. Keep range of rows, bottom rows, top rows. Okay, so I think this is clear. So keep rows is done. Now let's go to remove rows. Remove duplicates you already found. Remove blank rows means if any row in that column is empty. And also again, I'm showing you one more option. See, whenever I'm hovering this mouse, you see there is one highlighted text is coming. Remove all blank rows from this table. If I click, okay, now there was one 457 rows. Still there are 457 rows. There are nothing has been removed, right? Now I'll go to, there is one more column here. Let me go to one column called null. Okay. So I'll select this again. I will write here, click here, remove blank rows. Okay. So by this we understood that blank and null both are not same. Blank is different, null is different. Okay. Null is a value, not the blank, right? Generally we have in our databases, if you understand that null is a value, not the blank. Okay. let's suppose, let's try to get any blank rows. Keep blank rows. No, we don't have this option, right? So let me try. Any column has blank rows, just check it up. Null we have. Okay. Fine. Anyhow, so we will see that sometime. But remember, you can remove the blank rows. If anything is blank in that row, we can remove it. Now, remove top rows. Again, the story is same. If you give something like now, I want to remove this 20th September. I don't want this 20th September data. So I can remove from 20th September until where? Until 36. I think it is all 20th September. I want to remove that data. So just go here and I say remove top rows and I want 36, right? So total number of rows are 36. I remove it. So click OK. Now what will happen? You can see now that data has completely removed wherever we were having the 20th September. Done. This is top rows. I'm again going back. Now there is one more option. Remove bottom rows. You can give number of bottom rows because I already shown you bottom rows you will select and that will be removed. Now that there is one more good option here that is called remove alternate rows. Now what is this? See, alternate rows is something like after every 10 rows, if not first remember like first rows to remove. First row to remove, I want to remove 10 rows in the beginning, example. And then number of rows to remove. First row is 10th row, correct? First row is 10th row. I remove 10th row example. Okay, we'll do one thing. Can we make it some thing like clear sort? Okay. Why I did this one, so that I can understand. See here, 8th May. I have now random dates. Before, when it is sorted, those all dates are common. With that, confused like what I'm deleting, I'm unable to understand. Okay. So what I can do now, I'll go to the beginning of the invoice date. Okay, this is invoice date. Okay. Now I'll go to the remove alternate rows. Let's try one by one. First row to remove, I'll give here 10. After 10 means first you remove 10. Now number of rows to remove. From 10, you are asking him to remove 2 rows. Okay, you started at where 10 and you deleted how many? 2. After that, how many rows you want to keep? I will write here like 10 again. Means what happened? So let me do one thing. I'll put a screenshot here on my screen. Okay, I kept a screenshot. Where is the screenshot? Okay, Miss Paint not working. Right. Okay. So I'm just trying to paste the data here so that I can identify what records are deleted. Okay, fine. So so this is the 10th row. Okay, this is 10, this is 11. Okay, still it is not clear, right? So what I can do, Control S, I can select this one with the numbers now. Now I'll put it here, Control V. Okay, now this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all are here. Now let's try that. Okay, so let's try that. Okay, let's do that deletion. So I can go to the remove rows, remove alternate rows. As I told you, I want to start at row number 10. Row number 10 means first start the deletion of row here, first row. Number of rows to remove means when you start at 10, how many rows you should remove after 10 means I have to remove, okay, 10 and 11 means two United Kingdoms will be removed. Okay. After that, how many rows you want to keep? Let's keep five because I think we can calculate properly. Okay. After that, again it will remove. Okay. So let's do this. How it will work? Just click on OK. Right now it has deleted. Now let's compare. Now let's compare this. If we see this one, uh, until we started at 10, you can see at 10 I have United Kingdom. At 10, you can see that if France came. Why? I have removed this 10th record and 11th record because I told start at 10, remove those two records. So these two, correct? Two records are removed and France moved up. Agree. After that, I said that keep five rows. Keep five rows because after France, I need five rows. So what are five rows? One, two, three, four, five. Okay, means after France, one United Kingdom. Okay, France came. Then here you can see this date is 2nd February 2013. 2nd February 13. After that there is March, but there is no March here. Okay, this is deleted. Means how many it should delete? Again, it should delete around 5. So that has been deleted. Okay, so we told him to start at 10, remove 2, then keep 5. So this procedure will continue at until this loop has finished. Okay, so you can try on small data when you get a time, but it's not much useful, but sometimes maybe it is useful, right? So removed alternate rows, I'm going back. I'm not using this removed alternate rows back again here. So whenever you are getting somewhere, maybe it is useful to you, maybe in real-time scenarios, if anywhere, if the data has repeated at certain records, so you can use this option to remove it. Okay. And sorting, as I told you, like you can do the sorting. It's very easy to do, right? You can go to the make column. How to go to the make column? Okay, I'm removing the merge columns. I can click here. That will go back. So we already know this one. Now, I told you already, you can do right click. Okay, you can do right click here and you can check this menu item. So we don't have here anything. So what I can do, click here, this icon, right? This icon, this drop down. So this window is different. So we already discussed this in the last session also. There are three menu items which will pop up. One is on the right click of this item. One is clicking on this drop down, second item. One is clicking on this item, this corner of the table. So you can see now copy entire table, first row as header, all these things will come here also. Okay, fine. Now I want to sort it. What you will do, select the make column. You can click and sort, or you have an option here in the home tab. You see now sort lowest to highest. You can do this or you can do this. Okay, please check that one. So I think you're all good. What's the query? When we merge, it's placed randomly on the sheet so that we can move it on a specific location on the sheet. We do have the option to place the specific location, the transform page. Yes, yes, we have that option. As I told you before, like for example, if I select this make and model column, okay, just you can do this and you can go to the transform and merge columns. So when you are merging, it is not giving any option, right? So I'm just putting it merge only. Click OK. Okay. Now the column is merged, right? Now this merge column is placed at some that location where it has merged. Now let's do one thing. When I wanted to arrange it properly, okay, you can go to the choose columns. Okay. So choose columns. So this time you can see here, there are the columns here, like you can say merge. This is a column which I have, and I want to move this column to the last, right? We have an option called reordering. So you can see this is a merge column. I can just take it out to the last, wherever you want. Just hold it and drag, and you can leave it wherever you like it. Just if I drop it here, now that merge will come here. Okay. And even you can move further and you can put it in the last also, merge. Okay. Or you can do what? Right click on the same column and you have an option here, move to left, right, or beginning. Now this will go to beginning. And if you want to make it at some other location, you can move to right one by one. Okay. So this is the query which I had received. So next is what, that's it. Okay. So fine. So this one you can do from the transform only. You have an option which you can do from transform. Perfect. So anyone is sharing the screen? No, right? Okay, fine. So you can do this one through the movement of move option. You can do through the move option. We can move it, right? Okay. Now again, close and apply, which you can do again the close and apply option and whatever you like, you can do it. Okay. Now I'm taking out all this merge, sorted orders, renamed columns. Okay. Renamed columns is also fine. Let it be there. Okay. Vehicle cast still it is there. It's fine for me. Okay. Okay. So now I want to apply some type of filtering on my information or my some data. Like suppose, let's take an example. We are calculating the report. In the last sessions, we have saw that we can combine the information, right? Combine the information from multiple files into one file that we saw in the last class. If you all remember that, we have a combine option when you are transforming, when you're taking from the source, multiple identical files, if you remember it, right? So what I want to do now, when you are collecting the data for the whole 12 months, the data will become huge, right? It's a huge information. So that time we are going for like uh, multiple filters. We wanted to check on different data items, different informations, applying or making that data according to the requirement on the report by applying certain conditional statements, right? So now how I will do that, we will see. So what you can do, we can select any one of the column from here. Let's take sale price. So we can do easily because this is a number type column. If it is country name, it's a text type column. And you have to make sure that when there is a space, you have to use the quotes, single quotes or the double quotes in between. Remember, okay? Because the reason when you are not using it, this united will be considered as one data item. Kingdom is another data item. So that will never work. Okay. So to avoid those confusions, anyhow, now you are learning. So I'm using sale price now. Okay. So select the sale price column. Okay. Please, you can proceed along with me. I'm in a transform window only. Still, I'm in a transform window. If by mistake you went back again, suppose I'm going back again, close and apply. Okay. I'm on the data model. Last session, I told you how you can identify whether you are in model view or you are in transform window. In the left side of the navigation, you have your report view, table view, as well as model view. Okay, this is model window. So whenever you see these three, you show transform window. So when you click on transform data, you will navigate to transform window. Okay, now let's let it open. And I don't want this one closed. Okay, so I'm selecting here from the queries base data duplicate. Okay, I selected the second query. Now I selected the sale price here. Okay, so generally this filters you already checked maybe in your Excel. Mostly this is similar option. We don't have the different approaches, but it's okay. We are doing the same thing here. I select here. Let's say when I click on less than, now we have two options here. One is basic filtering, advanced filtering. So let's go to basic filtering first. I will give here less than. Okay, let's take one number. I'll give here all of you. So select sale price and apply. Again, I'm showing you on this drawing is a pop-up window and here number filters less than. Okay, when you click less than, you window and is less than. But there is a probability you can change also, right? You can change also. As we selected there less than, he is understanding that we want less than only. That's why by taking the default selection, it is coming onto this screen. Okay, now is less than. Now how much is less than? Then I can give you 50,000. Please enter the same. Four, five, 7 rows and sale price you can see here 120,000 is also there. Now let's click OK. Now you know this one, it has filtered based on that condition. Okay. I know this is a very simple option. You already saw this one in Excel. We have done many times. Okay. I remove this. Now I'm very much interested in that advanced tab, which I saw just now, right? I'll go to the sale price again, number. Then you can see here greater than, less than, or between, or equals, anything you can select here. So let's do one thing. Let's select equals. Okay. So now I will select this time advanced. Okay. Please proceed along with me. I'm selecting advanced. Now there are two operations. You all know and as well as or, correct? What is and? Both the conditions should be true. Okay, remember we are going to use and as well as or many times in coming sessions also. We have some formulas where we apply. Okay, let me show you this one. Just a small example. Okay, let's do this 1 minute. Okay, let's do one thing. Okay, I'll go here and I will just merge and center and I will put here this is and this is your or. Okay, so generally like the not like condition one. This is condition two. Okay, condition two. And here we will be having a result or outcome, whatever. Okay. So condition one should be true. Condition one should be true. Condition two also should be true. Means it is something like if I take a scenario of the student should come to the class as well as he has to write the exam. These two conditions, if he fulfill, then he will be clear. He will be passed. The condition, the outcome will be true. But there is a condition like he came to the class but he didn't attend the exam, then he will become a fail. Okay, so he didn't attend it but he cleared the exam, but still he is fail according to the condition. So when you have both, he is not doing, then he will be fail. This is called and. Both the conditions should match. Okay, both the conditions should match. If any one of this is not matching, then what we consider, this guy is failed, right? So we can consider in that way. Let me do this. Okay, fine. Now outcome is the result. Same way, I will just copy this, Control C, and I will put it here just for saving the time. And here, this for or is something like giving some option to choose any one of the condition. So both the conditions are true, he is true. Any one of the condition, either this or this, means this is also true. Either this or this, again true. Both are false, then it is false. Okay, so this is how generally we will work on and as well as or conditions. Okay, so just remember. So if you want, you can take the screenshots in your system, you can keep it up. Okay, so this is how generally and or will work. Now in my advanced system, I'm back to the Power BI. Okay, again I'm showing you, I'm selecting the sales price. Go to number filters, you can select any one. I selected equals. Okay, you can use less than, greater than, anything. Advanced. Sale price is my column name. And it is telling what type of conditions you are choosing. I selected here sale price equals. You all have to tell me the answer. I select here equals 50,000. Sale price again equals 89,000. I want to add one more clause. You see here, add clause. Click. So new clause will be added. Again, I will select equals. Then add here, like what do we have here? Okay, let's take a 178,500. 178,500. Okay. So told this. Okay, please write this one first. Please do this condition. And I got some message also. What I mean, there is any automatic way to replace the merge column to a required specific location. The only option as it should was manually move it to desired location using the right click. Yeah, there is no option like you can directly move it to the particular location. We have to manually move it. Yes.
Sorry, Mr. Mahmood, there was another question on top of that. If you can please just have a look. On top,
Actually, sorry. The problem is I'm unable to hear your voice. Anyone's voice I'm not able to hear. So see, actually, I think this will be resolved after restarting. After like maybe 15 more minutes, we will take a break. I will restart the computer. Okay. If not, I have to stop the recording and I have to stop the connection and I have to restart. So it will take again 5 to 10 minutes. Okay. So better we will continue like this. So your queries I will take after the break. Okay. Right. So here you can see now the sale price I have given here. This is equals 5,000. This equals 89,000. This equals 107,500. Okay. So let me click on OK. Now, if you see the rows become empty, can you tell? Okay, sorry, I can't ask also this one. Okay. So the problem here is why I got this issue. Anyone can answer this in the text, or you can send me the message. Can we merge multiple columns from different sheets? No, this you have to. So here we will not say different sheets. We can say different queries. Okay. So because see, if I'm going to this query is a different. If I select this query, let's consider I selected country name and make. And if I go to other query, that is gone. I can't select that again back. So when I'm doing this one again here, this will be the new one. Okay. So when I go to make again, that will have the different. Okay. So both are separate files here. We don't have that opportunity, but what we can do, okay, you can have one option there, like you can merge the queries. You see here, merge queries as new means, let's suppose this is actually the good question also. So that's a real-time scenario even. Like sometimes what will happen, I have some columns here. Like let's consider 4 columns I have here. Some 20 columns I have here, but those from these 20 columns, I want 2 columns to be added into the first column. I mean, for the base data. Okay. So that time I can use this and ask me like what columns you want to merge. Okay. So by selecting those data items, okay, like for example, I'll select here make and make. Okay. So by doing this, when I click on OK, I will new record based on that application, that requirement. Okay. Let's understand. Let's do one thing for your understanding. I will take one more duplicate. Okay, so how it will work, I'll show you. Let's say I will rename here. Underscore test. Sorry, yeah. So, okay. Now, what I will do, let's take, I don't want all these columns. I will write here, remove columns. So to make something better, okay. Mm, sorry, what I did. Okay, I will go to the remove columns. Then I have to choose which columns I have to remove. So let's do one thing. So let's go to the choose columns only then. Let's take like this. Okay, I'll select here invoice date. If not, select make country name and sale price as well as some other things. Okay, fine for me this one. Okay. Then click on columns and remove other columns. Okay, I removed all the columns. Fine. Now still I have 457 rows. Fine. Now what I don't want is I don't want all these records where I have duplicates. Okay. So I will do one thing. I will remove duplicates. So duplicates are removed. And also from this records, I don't want some of, so I'll write here remove top rows. Okay. It is asking me how many rows you want to remove. I will say 3 rows remove. Okay. Now let's suppose now I have this table, which is my I'm having some data. This is my actual table where the other data exists. Okay. Now I want to have a new table with only filtered data. Okay. With your query only, right? Enumerate multiple columns. Okay. Result empty all three columns. Okay. There is another question on top. Uh, Merge columns record specific. Okay. What is can you merge multiple columns? Different sheets you can't do it. That one I told you already. Okay. What you have another one? There's another question on the top. Apply changes if you'd like to delete in this case promoted address. Okay. Right. Next one. Yeah, that is correct. Perfect answer. Okay. Uh, Due to and condition, we applied it to our filter. There is no column in our data sheet which has 3 values. Okay. Answer from Miss Suchita. Please can we merge multiple columns? Okay, fine. So we are working on. I want to actually. I'm just checking whether I'm going right or wrong. So we are right. Now let's suppose now I have two different sheets: base data test. Now what is my first requirement is you have to merge a new query. Okay. Now what I will do is in the down I will select this base data test. I'll select the make here. Okay. Now there is a left outer join. I will take this one as inner join. So hopefully there are three different joins. Actually, there are many joins generally if we speak, but I will tell you what are those. Inner join is something like when there are only common records, it will generate. Left outer join means there are two tables now. This is left table, this is right table. Left outer join, left and right outer join, all the records from the right and only common records from the left. Okay, these things we will discuss more, but just for this time, you try to understand what I'm trying to do now. I'm merging these two into a new, okay, into a new query where where I can make this data based on this elements. I will get only for Delhi, TV, NGP, and time. Okay, only for these four. I will remaining. I will not. Okay, let's see how it will work. That's the reason even the output you see. The selection matches only 155 of 457 rows. Means remaining rows records have been removed. I don't mind with that. Click OK. So I will get a new query here, merge query. I can rename the query. You all know it. Now you see now in this one, this is the table. You all can see on my screen. Again, I'm showing you. This is the base data table. And at last, I have data from base data test. tables. Okay. Now I'm trying to merge them. So what will happen at last? It will create one table. Okay. You see now there is one icon here which will say expand. Okay. Now you can expand the data from this base data test. If I click here, make and all. So from here also you can have all the columns, or you may no need to have all the columns. Suppose from here I want to have only, let's take a sale price. I want make also, I want example. I want make and spare parts. Okay. Only one, two, three, four is there. Okay. Click OK. Now what will happen? Now if you can see now, I have four columns, but it is coming from where? From other table. Now, as your question is, I want to merge those columns from two tables. Now, two tables are in your screen into one query, into one table, right? Now you can apply that merge again. Suppose I want to merge make from this table, and from this table, I want to take sale price. You got my point, right? Now, what I can do, so let's select here make column. I selected already. Hold the control key and I will select here vehicle cost. Okay. Now let's take the merge. How to do? Transform. Now you will go to your merge columns and I can merge now. I can even I can give custom. When I say custom, I will write here something like in between those two columns, what I want to provide is give us some space. Okay. Means first is make um, uh, requires needs the amount of this is I want to put inside in between. Okay. Column name I will write here make make and cost, something like this. Okay. You can put anything here, make and cost. You better no, don't give the spaces. You can avoid this and click OK. Now what will happen? Now new column will be created. Okay. Where is this? Yeah, make and cost. You see now Bentley need the amount of how much? 25,700. Hope you understood now, right? Is this clear? All right. Okay. So this is all about what? How you can merge with the different sheets. Okay. Right. So I'm done with this one. Now, is there any other query also? Yeah, conditional statement which we were are working now. Let's go back to there. I selected the sale price. Sale price. Okay, I'm unable to search it. Let me go here and I'll go to the sale price, go to column. So let me select the sale. Okay, it's beginning only, right? Okay. So I'll go to the sale price. Then I selected here number filters equals. Okay, right. So most of you already have answered that question. Whenever we are making this one with AND operation, that is 100% true that you should have a column where all these three conditions should match. But according to our records, what we have for every item, there is only one value. There are no multiple values. So you can put here what or, and you can just click on OK. Now this will work and it will provide us the answer. Okay. So this is one more option and you can clear the filter again if you want, you can use it, right? So this is how generally we are going to use this. And also one more option. Let me finish the things here. See, if I want to modify this, okay, I have already created, right? In the applied steps, this is very important. Remember, very, very important. I have already applied, just I want to change it. So double click here in the applied steps, double click. What will happen? It will open. What you have applied, it will open. And you can again change it how you want it. Okay. I changed again and so now you see there is 0, right? Again, double click. Okay. You can even modify this. Again, you can keep it or here and click OK. So what happened now? Now you will receive your data back again. Okay. So hope this is clear. And now what we can do, we can take a break for around 15 minutes and we will start back again. Okay. And I'm stopping the recording also here If you have any queries related to anything else, we will discuss after the break.
Yeah, hi Gafur. Just a small
So,
thing only. Hello.